Okay, hey everybody. I've completely run out of Gundam news, so screw it. Let's just try doing normal robot news, because if anyone knows anything about me, the only thing I ever talk about and the only thing I ever think about is robots 24/7. That's all I do lately. Anyway, today's robot news is a little bit more of a mystery and a very nuanced and slightly political topic. Now, if you were in San Francisco, California today, you might have seen this thing. This is a dead and gutted body of a destroyed Waymo robot self-driving taxi. It was destroyed by a big unruly mob. At least that's what I've been told. Now, the reason we're discussing this in a video is this is a robot taxi, and I guess people want to know, why did it have to die? All right, so going off the news broadcast that I'm ripping this off of, the general first glance at the story, at least the one told by the TV, is that there's just a big unruly mob that came along and beat up this car and set it on fire because San Francisco has a really bad crime problem. And yes, I will say that is true. San Francisco does have a really bad crime problem. I don't know what the hell caused it, but it's only gotten worse in my lifetime. Anyway, of course, leave it to the media to side with a big tech company on this one because, of course, we all know that Waymo is a Google subsidiary. But if you dig a little bit deeper, there is another side to the story. According to the citizens of Chinatown, who are siding with the big unruly mob, that car was a menace and it had to burn. So actually, yes, last night was Chinese New Year's. Happy Year of the Dragon, everyone. Woo, dragons. It's been a pretty good year already so far. And here in Chinatown, where the car ended up, there was a big parade going on with everyone dancing in the street, hanging up a big paper dragon, doing all that fun stuff. Now, what seems to have actually gone down is this self-driving car, for whatever reason, was programmed to drive through Chinatown, even though that's one of the most congested roads in San Francisco. And I know this because they put out another YouTube video saying that that's what they did, and that's what it was. They wanted to go through Chinatown because Chinatown is a tourist hotspot. Now, the only thing is, this self-driving car doesn't really have people skills. It can't really think for itself, and it's only got like a very, very direct list of programs. And literally last week, this exact same self-driving car, or maybe another self-driving car that looked exactly like it, ran over a guy on his bicycle. Maybe he died. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this self-driving car came to the parade and it was like, I do not know what a parade is. It does not compute. I must proceed. I must proceed forward. And so it tried to drive into the people who were partying. It got way up in people's business, and that was no bueno. So yeah, essentially this maverick self-driving car that had killed last week, it was ready to kill again, right? Well, anyway, so yeah, the people saw this thing coming and they weren't having it. So when the self-driving car finally reached the parade, I guess it really did its best to try and run some people over, and that's where the big unruly mob was so unruly, and that's why they killed the thing. Not because they wanted to, but because they had to. Because this car was an asshole and it was getting ready to run over innocent parade goers. So those are the two sides of the story. The guys who did it say that they did it in self-defense, and the people who own the car are very pissed because cars cost a lot of money, especially when they're robot cars. No comment from the guy on the bike that got run over though. I guess he can't talk for some reason. Anyway, that's about it. I'm pretty pro robot taxi otherwise because I do think someday they'll work this out and they'll be good for society. I mean, like, they gotta fix them so they don't freak out over parades and run people over on bicycles. But I think eventually, when they figure out the robot taxi thing, it'll be nice to like get a robot taxi at 5 a.m. and take that home. But yeah, anyway, it's pretty nuts. California is a nuts place. California is investing a lot more lately in robots to do minor minimum wage jobs, despite the fact that they have a huge population of unemployed people who could totally do those jobs, but those people don't give a damn, so they're giving those jobs to robots. There was actually a kind of similar situation last summer where there were a bunch of these little like pizza delivery robot drones, and they were like delivering all these pizzas, but then homeless people would like beat them up and take the pizzas away. And that was a lot more harmless because the robots would just get another pizza and the robots weren't killed in this case. But yeah, if you kill a robot, I guess that's slightly not as cool, I guess. California, in my opinion, is probably the second most wild state in the US, second only to Florida with its out-of-control rednecks. California just has this bad problem that it has a weird combination of the richest, most powerful people in the country living side by side with some of the most lawless, unabated criminals. And on top of that, California just also happens to have some of the world's most craziest, greatest technology. So yeah, stuff like this is happening there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that and not get into the politics of California because I don't know enough about it. But leave a comment here about how you feel about this one. Was this a gang of hoodlums drunk at a party destroying public property, or was it a gang of neighborhood heroes saving their citizens from a homicidal driverless automobile? I guess I'm going to say that I trust the people of Chinatown on this one, but maybe something else will happen in the future that changes my mind and, maybe more details will come to light and reveal what actually happened here. Anyway, happy Year of the Dragon anyway. Chinese New Year's. Woohoo. I got some good Chinese ice cream. Okay.